Vocab alone is lost when it comes to the prophecies. I'm going to say that again. Vocab is lost when it comes to the prophecies. I'm talking about the biblical prophecies. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. This is real quick. I'm going to show you that he doesn't understand prophecies at all. You want to, frustrate him. Just ask him about a prophecy. Any Daniel 2, in this case is Daniel 2. This was a video that we talking about last week. Was it last week or the week before? Last week, everything's moving so quick. He had rolled up on the men of GMS Virginia. Norfolk. Is it Norfolk or Norfolk? Anyway, it's Virginia. And, he did what's called ambush journalism. Rolled up on him, didn't say he was coming. And even what appears to be the head brother, the main speaker, he says, how do you know where we were? He says, it's easy. If you look across the street, that means you're desperate to find out where they are, right? So this is a video that was put up originally by, and I said a few words I did a video on this. I forget what, it was a week ago. The Bible said the Israelites would lose their, I believe the word is identity. Here it is, identity. And the answer is yes. One precept that comes to mind immediately is Matthew 10:5-6, where it says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. What does it mean by they're lost? When you're lost, you don't know the way back to where you started from. So when the Lord said that, he was talking about the ones that had to come back. And that extends to the Israelites that were being called Gentiles. Like Cornelius, he found his way back through the Most High sending down an angel to have him to meet with Peter, the Simon Bar Jonas, Simon Peter, the head disciple appointed to that. He was appointed to that position by the Messiah, and upon this rock I shall build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. In other words, the gates of hell represents the ending of something, the destruction of something. This gospel that goes back over 2,000 years is here all over again. Matthew 25, then they slumbered and slept. Then there was a cry made. The cry was what? Goes back to Peter being a rock. So the name of the video that the GMS narrator, SC7, I believe SC7 or SC8, does the Bible say the Israelites would lose their identity? And the answer is yes. I quoted you one scripture in the New Testament. And this is the Apostle Gabar making a video. There was a lot of videos made on this meeting here. So the Apostle Gabar put up a video entitled The Heathen. The heathen you have ruling over you is Tahar. Vocab stressed, frustrated, ad hominem attack, meaning to attack the man, call him names, make fun of him. So he's got Tahar on the brain. Anyway, I'm going to let you listen to it, and then I'm going to go to the commentary. And I'm going to show you that even the commentary among these top Christian scholars and historians, experts of the Bible, that they don't agree on with each other. So we know that these people don't have the truth, the gospel. They don't agree with each other. And they're not going to go, this guy's not going to go. Look, there's churches out there in the name of the spirit of their form of Christianity that disagree with what he says. They hold the Baptists disagree with the Methodists disagree with Jehovah's Witness disagree with the Seventh-day Adventists, Baptists and Methodists and so forth, the Pentecostal believe Sunday is a Sabbath based upon so-called Jesus rising on Easter Sunday morning. Easter is not even script. Easter is in the King James, but the word there is Pasach, Passover, from the Greek Pasach, which goes back to the Hebrew, which is the Passover. And that's what it actually said, intending, what is that, Acts 12:4, intending after Easter, the word there, intending after the Passover. So these Christians that go to these churches, they're all confused. You become a Baptist, then you go to be a Pentecostal or a Seventh-day Adventist, and the Seventh-day Adventists believe that the Sabbath is Friday sundown and Saturday sundown, and they're even wrong. But they make more sense than these other Christian groups. So they don't got their shit together. If anything, he should be going to these other churches, but he doesn't understand anything, especially when it comes to the prophecies. He always gets frustrated when you hit him with a prophecy. So this is the video, the heathen you have ruling over you is Tahar. Vocab frustrated ad hominem attack. So I'm gonna let you listen to it. I'm not gonna make this long.
The heathen, really, Vocab? The heathen that's ruling over us right now is the Lord. That sounds a little personal, my dude. That's what you call an ad hominem attack. Okay, that's what you call an ad hominem attack. And when Vocab loses an argument, he gets frustrated, and he comes with the ad hominem attacks. Okay, look up the term ad hominem. So without further ado, and this dude is clearly frustrated. So without further ado, let's check it out. It's the heathen that's beautiful. So heathens are reigning right now. The Lord has not set up his kingdom. So what heathen is reigning right now? That's right. Heathens are ruling right now. The Lord has not set up his kingdom. And this is beautiful. The brother said that. I wish I knew the brother's name so I could say his name. It's beautiful he said that because when you go into prophecy in the second chapter, that's exactly what's going to happen. The stone that Nebuchadnezzar saw, that represents Yahushua. And when the stone hit the image, which represented all the heathen kingdoms, the stone completely demolished it, completely destroyed it, okay, according to what is written in the second chapter.
And that never happened. The stone that hit the bottom of the image, it never happened because we would know about it and the kingdom would be here. Now, when we go to the commentary, some of them say it's the Greeks, Cambridge for schools and colleges. I'm surprised at them. They said, oh, that represents Alexander the Greek. Way off. Way. That shows you how much we know about these scriptures. All right. And these scriptures, especially the prophetic parts of the scriptures, the Most High has to open your eyes or send teachers whom the Most High have opened up their eyes. So Daniel, the image that hit the feet of it, that's the beginning of the kingdom of heaven on earth. And that goes hand in hand with Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. But in Daniel chapter 7, it doesn't mention about a stone or a rock hitting the toes. It's a completely Daniel 2 speaks about a statue, so you can understand. Daniel 7 speaks about a series of animals, and scholars will agree. The golden head of the statue is the Babylonians. After that is a Medo-Persian empires, and that goes hand in hand with secular history. So in Daniel chapter 7, it speaks about a lion with eagle's wings raising itself up and having 4 feathers, and the 4 feathers represent the men that came up with Alexander. We've been through this many a times. This is what scholars say. So scholars agree with what we're saying. So we're not making it up. Then it goes into a bear, and that bear represents the Medo-Persian Empire. And then the leopard representing the Greeks. And then the beast that was different from all the rest is the Roman Empire. Any biblical scholar that knows something about the prophetic parts of the scriptures would say that. If you take them to Daniel 2 or Daniel 7. Vocab Malone was completely lost, completely clueless, because they didn't teach him that. Let's go over here. Let's see what it said over here.
In other words, what heathenistic kingdom is reigning right now? What heathenistic kingdom is in rulership right now? In relation, as brother used the example of Daniel 2, in relation to the Daniel 2nd chapter. Okay, and the answer, now Vocab was an honest person, and it sounds a little personal when he said the heathen that's ruling over you is wrong. If he was an honest person, he would say, well, the extension of the Roman Empire is ruling right now. When you go into Daniel, which I'll read it from 30, you go into Daniel. The Lord has set up his kingdom. So what heathen is reigning right now, Vocab? If the kingdom is not set up according to Daniel the 2nd chapter, Nebuchadnezzar's dream, what heathen is reigning right now? You have reigning over you is the whole part. So that's the answer to, wait a minute. That's
like Apostle Gabar said in the video, no one takes this guy. We don't take him seriously. He's an ongoing joke. He's clueless. He doesn't notice. And why would we follow him anyway? It's just like you're in a graduate school at some prestigious university, Yale or Harvard, and somebody's telling you, trying to get you to go back to the first grade. You're going to look at him like he has 2 heads. No one takes this guy seriously, man, at all. He's not equipped, and neither is his flunkies. They're not equipped to deal with the One West Israelites. I'll say One West Israelites because we came out of One West. But anyway, let me do this here. Like I said, I promise you I wasn't going to make this long. So what I did was I went to the commentary. I put in Daniel 20, verse 40. And normally I go to Cambridge Bible for Schools and Colleges. The fourth kingdom, the formidable crushing power of which is compared to iron. The allusion is to the Macedonian Empire founded by Alexander the Greek. Totally wrong. And I'm surprised at them. So now we'll go to Ellicott's commentary for English readers. And shout out to Karat Zabar, the elder head over GMS Baltimore. You know, he's been going into the commentary too, and he made a mention of me. He says, yeah, I've been, listening to how he goes into the commentary, and I started going into the commentary. And it's a good thing to go into because you're comparing what these so-called top scholars say. And another thing, if an Edomite says, oh, you just made that up. And then you'd say, well, wait a minute, even Christian scholars, Bible historians, so-called white people are saying, well, you got to show me that. Take them to the commentary. And this is the Bible Hub commentary. I normally go to the Bible Hub, but there's many Bible commentaries that you can go to. So this is the Ellicott's commentary for English readers. And the fourth, it shall be observed that the description of the kingdom is much fuller than those of the preceding empires, meaning it was more vast. And there was a one precept that the Roman Empire took over the whole earth. Didn't take over the whole earth; it took over that region of the earth. Their kingdom was more vast in taking down other nations and taking over land than the previous kingdoms. And the Medo-Persian kingdom was a vast kingdom, 127 provinces, which means states. Like the U.S. has 50 states. Well, the Medo-Persian Empire had rule over 127 states, provinces. The same fact will be remarked in the later versions, Daniel 7, verses 7 to 8, Daniel 7, verses 19 and 20. So they compare it to Daniel 7. Breaketh all things. Remember that the comparison is between iron and the fourth empire. The portion of the vision implies that the Roman Empire, not Alexander the Greek or the Great, Roman Empire, which is here intended, C, X, E, whatever, will crush out all traces that remain of preceding empires. Just as iron is capable of breaking gold, silver, and copper of the previous kingdoms, of the second and third empire. The second empire, well, it says gold, that's the first empire. The second and third is Medo-Persians, and that's the second after the gold, which is the Babylonians, and then the third is the Greeks. Each borrowed something from that which preceded it. The fourth empire introduced a new system and a new civilization, because they didn't exactly have kings. They had people that were voted in by the Senate. So now let's go to Benson. Let me see something. Let's hop on down to Matthew Henry's concise commentary. Right now it's 4:44 p.m. It says the image represented the kingdom of the earth, the kingdoms of the earth that should successively rule the nations. I'm gonna go right to the point. The head of gold signifies the Chaldean Empire, the Babylonians. Then, in being to the beast and arms of the silver signified the empire of the Medes and the Persians. The belly and thighs of brass signify the Grecian Empire, which they're correct, founded by Alexander. The legs and feet of iron signify the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. What is America? The rebirth of the Roman Empire, or NATO and the EU. So let me read this, and I'm going to get ready to close. Daniel 2, verse 40 to 43. The fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. Now, these other kingdoms use iron for weapons and shields, but no kingdom use iron more than the Romans. The Romans use iron even more than these previous kingdoms for their shields, for their spears, for their swords. Iron is an inferior metal. It doesn't cost much to buy iron, but but that inferior metal in price can crush gold, silver, and brass. It says the description agrees well with the Roman Empire. It says, and the event answered the prediction, for the Roman was vastly more strong and extensive than any of the preceding three. As iron breaketh and bruiseth all other metals, and I just said that, so this iron, that should be, break and subdue all the former kingdoms. The metal is here. The metal is here different, and consequently, likewise, the nation must be different from the preceding. Let me jump down. It says brass, the Macedonians. It says it again: Babylonians, gold, Persian mead, silver, brass, Macedonians. So the iron must necessarily denote some other nation, which is the Romans. But you have the rebirth of the Roman Empire, Revelation chapter 13. And it may safely be said that there is not and has not been a nation upon earth to which the description is applicable, but the Romans. The Romans succeeded to the Macedonians, Alexander the Greek or the Great, and therefore, of course, we're next to be mentioned. So if it says the same thing, but it keeps saying Rome, right? It says Roman councils, the iron was mixed with the clay. Now, they're not going to tell you that it's talking about the current rulership of Esau, because they don't know, or they know and they don't want to say. Satan said, don't tell, inside joke. But anyway, there you have it. And with that, I said this is going to be short, and it's on to the next one. Shalom.